Welcome to another episode of What's the Word podcast. Your boy Dyckman Drew. And today I got a special guest, a legend from my town, from Uptown. If you know about hip hop and the history of Uptown, you know this man is considered by many the king of the heights. None other than Hayez. What's good, blood?
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word, man?
How you, fam? How's everything?
Good, I'm good, man. Yeah, pleasure to chop it up with you.
Yeah, it's an honor, bro. Trust me. When I tell you,
man.
it's an honor, my nigga.
I'm talking to a Dyckman legend right here. Real Dyckman legend, real shit.
Let's get to it. What's the origin of Hayez? Who is Hayez? When did this love for music and all this journey begin for Hayez?
I would say dating back all the way to Team HOTT, Heaters. Within the Team HOTT group, if anybody that's familiar with Team HOTT, they should know that there was a group inside of Team HOTT by the name of Heaters, which consisted of Pocket Denim Ray, which is a half of Pocket Denim with Buns, my cousin Tico and Dark.
Okay.
And then through there they gradually chose to form like an expansion of the group. Okay. And add other people onto the group, which was me and Vita. Okay. And from there, like, we just started like killing all our studio time, as much studio time as we had, just killing it, linking up with Prime, which Doc mentions a lot in his interview. My man Noodles, which is a real intricate part of everything that I do. KO, Rollo, DJ Debo, like a lot of people don't understand how we changed the mixtape game around our environment, like within the neighborhood. There wasn't that many people doing mixtapes, other than Danny S from Dyckman.
Yeah.
Marvelous, DJ Marvelous, I believe.
Yeah.
And then further down our way, we had DJ Debo. But before that, like I said, Heaters, I come from my origins would be, from my brothers. I come from my brothers. And they were already coming out like on K-Slay mixtapes, doo-wop mixtapes, way before the Heights got to get introduced to us. Before we got them as ciphers, like I said, they already came out on K-Slay tapes, and they did a few shows around the city, and they did some shows, I think, in Houston, I believe.
Okay.
So the ball was rolling with them. You know what I'm saying? And me just being like trying to soak up game for my guys, whether it was living with my cousin and just hearing them. Just come up with the stuff that they was coming up with. I got inspired, like I ain't want to rap. I used to skate and break dance and stuff like that. So sitting in the house with three dudes that's just barring each other, like, sparring and just going crazy. Like, I felt the urge to be a part of that.
Got it.
And it wasn't peer pressure or anything. It was more the sense of, I want to feel like I belong. And it'd be times that I felt like, damn, like, my three guys is over there in the corner. I'm stuck in the room just listening to them. And I'm like, damn, I want to do what they do. Like, that's, it just sound cool. Like, but we also come from, I want to say, Asphalt. If people are familiar with Asphalt, which is Chimney, a dude by the name of Chimney, Gio, and Keisha. I believe Keisha is the girl vocals on Triz for Terror Squad.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But I believe that was everybody's introduction to her. And through that comes Heaters, Team HOTT. J.O. There's also a dude named J.O. that used to work, real tight knit with the group. So that batch, J.O., Noodles, Prime, bro, we came up under some real dudes in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people won't even understand that Noodles was a part of rap culture way before they heard his name with us. You know what I'm saying? He was down with a group. Okay. Funny enough, I think it's it's two scenes in Paid in Full that they play that you get inside the laundromat. I'm not sure which one is it. Is it the first or the second? But the rap that you're hearing playing inside the laundromat, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's when he found what he found.
Yeah.
That music that you're hearing in the background, that's Noodles. and the group that he was in. So just imagine, we went like 20 deep to go see Paid in Full. I'll never forget that. And just jump up like, yo, and we all bugging. That was a moment.
Yeah, that's tough right there. Fact. Okay, so Team Hot, like I said, I big y'all up to this day. Like what y'all did when y'all did it is legendary, right?
Yeah.
I just think that it gets overlooked because of how easy it is to be popular now at anyone's given craft because of social media. But the era you guys came from is when you had to put in the most work to get anywhere, and y'all did that. You understand what I'm saying? And for a group from the heights, a place where nobody checks for artists, y'all came up at a time and won the respect of not only, I'm not even talking about the town, like y'all made it into the building, you know, that Hot 97 building, like y'all became household names, and Team Hot was actually a thing that you guys created. And it was monumental. I told Doc, I don't think it'll ever be duplicated from these kids now, from this era now, like from what hip hop is, right? So you guys coming up, there had to be pressure. You understand? Because like you said, you around these dudes that are barring each other to death, and now you in the cut. So it's like, okay, we got the ball rolling. They know what to expect from us, but what can they expect from you? So what was that feeling like now, Hayez, you becoming a rapper and you getting out there, like you stepping out with people that's outside?
Like I said, you know, I all credit to my crew. You know, there was no one else that I wanted to inspire more than my guys. Like, that's like Wu-Tang. Like, if you got so many people in a group, you know, why look for a feature? I get it. You know, you want to make the project a bit diverse and, you know, do a couple of reaches, but I was there to impress my guys, whether it was the guys that I was rapping with, the producers we was working with. I didn't want to impress no one else. And I held them to such a high regard. So that just gave me the energy to just push as hard as I can, you know, just sharpen my sword. And these were all good sparring partners at that. You know, the same way that some might look at me, like throughout that time frame, this is how I looked at them.
Got it.
And like, I still look at them like that to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, a nigga not touching my nigga Ray. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like that.
Yeah.
But I felt like I started separating myself. I'm not even gonna say separating myself. My cousin Star, look how this Star used to take me and Dark to Harlem, right? This nigga was wilding, bro. This nigga was just like really throw us Front Street, like how you and put us the battle.
Yeah.
Harlem.
Yeah.
The other day I was buying food and we drove through a block and I'm just like, yo, wow, that's crazy. I don't know if it was like 116th, 114th. I forget what avenue, wherever Melba's the restaurant is at.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like, yo, me and Doc used to be right here, like, and it'd be wolves, like hounds, like, and we gain that energy. You know what I'm saying? So then when we kick uptown, we like, yo, niggas ain't fucking with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit we had to deal with, the shit we had to go through, and it's like, nah. So then I carried that as well, just moving forward. You know, like I felt like you gotta have that animalistic mentality. Like, bro, I'm not here to play with you. Because I know you're not here to play with me.
Yep.
And even if you are, I'm still not here to play with you. It's no fair game here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, the people I rub shoulders with, them, just the people that, you know, sparring or what I considered sparring. You know, Jay MILLZ was real huge.
Legend.
I don't even want to say in the battle community, his name was just ringing bells.
Yep.
That's the era that we come from, that hearing that.
Right. Yes,
so
sir.
His name was ringing bells. And I was fortunate enough to link up with him, and off the rip, we did a freestyle together. I think he put his little cousin Preview on it. Shout out to Preview. And I stood my ground. And the fact that I stood my ground with this kid was an icon.
Facts.
As a teenager.
Yeah. In
the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, MILLZ had multiple record deals as a kid.
Word.
People might not know that.
Yep.
And he didn't carry himself that way. He carried himself like he still had to work as hard as anyone outside. Whether it was the T-Rexes, the Moose, he still was like, I still got to fight for my name.
Yeah.
And the fact that I felt I stood my ground with that man, right there was over.
Got it.
I didn't look back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure the crew didn't look back either. Because then we did multiple records with Most Hated, with the whole Most Hated crew. But yeah, I just felt like, you know what? Once I seen the opening to establish myself and my name, I took it.
Yeah.
Immediately. Like, once I seen that people was giving me that type of energy, like, oh, well, you did what I like. All right, here we go. And I credit Debo, DJ Debo as well, you know, because we were doing these freestyles together. But then being that I'm coming, remember, it's Heaters form Team HOTT, but within Team HOTT, you have multiple artists. You're going to have Vita, the solo artist, Heaters, the group, Hayez, Boston, Facts, Pap. So you got multiple, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
And I made it my business to just go hard. I think we all did, you know, just from the shows that we was getting, like, man, we performed the United Palace. That was crazy. That was super crazy to me. Like,
legendary.
Yeah, that was big. Like, I can remember how that all took place. We was all eating in El Malecón.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know who was it that mentioned, like, damn, if we could get that spot. I know I was one of them, but I don't know if I was first in mentioning if we could ever perform there. It was like, I think it was like, yo, when we blow up, when we come back, we got to do this spot right here.
Yeah.
And funny enough, yo, KO and Noodles and Rollo and Prime, we was on Dog Block, and out of nowhere, they like, yo, with the flyer and everything, like, yo, we like, what? Oh shit, we gonna perform here? Bet, we rocking. And even performing in our hood, for a split second, we felt like underdogs, not from our hood.
Yeah.
From the people that was throwing the event. You know, the event was aligned with, I don't know if Fox Brown was on the cover, but you know, it was Foxy, the Locks, D Block, Capone over. It was multiple people on this flyer, so that means there's multiple people involved in the event. And the energy felt like yo, these some young niggas that's gonna be the openers. We not even opening the show. Like we not opening the show. Not saying that there's anything wrong with opening the show, but we ain't even, you know, like. And I can remember Loon, like the crowd screaming Team HOTT, and Loon looking at Vita like who the fuck is, like, who are y'all? Like,
yeah.
I was talking with Noodles about this the other day. Yo, and Vita looked at him like, nigga, you gonna see? Like, this is right behind the curtain. This is right before that curtain opened.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you see now, like, so all those experiences built me into what I became later on. So the effort for me to like go full throttle with my solo project came from, you know, half of the group kind of separated for a bit. That's when me, Boston, and Dark, we linked up with E. Sermon. Shout out to Eric Sermon, the whole Def Squad. And then again, continuing to sharpen our swords, you know, like just.
What was that like, Ty? I don't want to cut you off, but I asked Dark what that was like. You know what I mean? And coming from the era that we come from, who that man is.
Yeah, Eric Sermon.
You know what I mean? Like, for a hip hop head to like be in front of him and know that you're about to have the opportunity to work with a legend. What was that like for you? Because everybody's gonna feel different. You know what I mean?
It's like the because we met him. We went to his house prior to us recording. Like, that's when we met him.
Okay.
And I would say that would be the awe feeling.
Got it.
Whole starstruck feeling. But then the second time we went to record was like maybe a year later. Like I said, that's when it was just me, Boston, and Dark.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That shit was not like, oh, this is E. Sermon. Nah, this was.
Yeah.
You want recorders? All right, watch.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I was hoping Dark would have said it. Yo, because Doc mentioned a whole nother record, which I think came months after.
Okay.
But that first record we recorded in Eric Sherman's house, and I hope that, you know, when he watches this, like, he'll remember that moment, just to prove to you the feeling of, and it wasn't being nonchalant, but just like that young, not give a fuck rapper mindset that we had, that we had. I'm not gonna say that, but to not speak about for anyone else, I'll say that I had.
Yeah.
Bro, I say a line in there. I can't remember the line exactly, but it was the line was something similar to like, you sell me a dream, I sell you a bullet, like.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he opened the booth door, like he got up off the board and opened the booth door, like, yo, who you talking to? Like, you for real? And I was like, we laughing, like, but that was my moment of like, oh, you forgot that that's Eric Sermon. You saying this wild shit. But that was also my moment to be like, I don't give a fuck. Not
exactly.
Not in the sense of like, it's just more of, we're different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from a whole different environment. We from Washington Heights, where, bro, niggas, we done seen the biggest people in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, going back to the Peligro tournaments, we would see Hov sitting down on the crate. And the whole park go crazy when Nori walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to WORDSMITH, a real big part of Dominican hip hop culture in the Heights. You know, that's who bring Nori there. WORDSMITH.
Yes, sir.
Butterly and Jeff.
Yeah.
And I can remember that moment, like seeing Nori, like Nori was it.
Facts.
Cam, because Cam walked in there with Nori, I believe the second time WORDSMITH brought him. And Hope would be there all them games with Lotto. Notice what I called them. So you already know where I come from. I'm not calling them OG. Look what I called them. You know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas call them that.
Yeah.
So me being around E, it trust me, it was there. Like, yo, I'm here with a legend. But it was like, yo, I've been around a lot of people. We done seen so many people. It's like, at some point, we're not going to gravitate to your stardom in that way.
Yep.
Or we might, but we might not show it. Like, the body language just won't be there. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like a real, I can't even explain, like, if it was an out-of-body experience but it was just, I don't know, like, I didn't feel like he was a star at the moment.
Good.
It felt so natural, like, yo, because that's how humble that man is, bro. That man, like, he really opened the doors to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, to his home. You allowing these wild young Dominican kids in your house, bro. You don't know us at all, bro. Like, when I say you don't know us, I mean, like, yo, dog, you don't know us, bro. You know this rap shit. You don't know us, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we like that for real. Like, you know, phone call, yo, this nigga got this, and how. It's that easy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm a pure-hearted kid, so I'm not gonna think like that. But I know the realism of that happening. Yeah. And damn, he was super cool, bro. Real cool dude, and I'm fortunate, bro. Like, like that was a blessing, like, for me to experience that. Like, yo, Eric Sermon, like, this EPMD, like, fucking Eric Sermon.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, you know, when I caught myself shooting around in his backyard, like, and the light, like, this is gonna sound crazy, but like the light hit him, right? And I'm looking at this, you know, this chubby dude, and I'm like, yo, I'm shooting around with Eric Sermon. That's when it hit me.
Got you.
But like I said, that came later on, because the first time we recorded the record was in the winter time. So that time probably was like a few months later on. But it was a blessing, bro. Like I said, yo, he would even let us, we had the keys to his house. Like, he gave us the keys, bro, to work on music. Nobody there.
Real. Nobody
there, bro. Like, I want to say it was a gated community, but I can't remember if it was. Where his house, like, it was like a dead end, like where the block is at.
Yeah.
And like, I can remember, like, you know, people seeing us pull up Like, who these kids going in this house? If he, neighbors, when you live in a
Mm-hmm.
suburb, your neighbors know when you're not home.
Absolutely.
So imagine us pulling up to the house, and people looking like, yo, who
Yeah,
are you?
yeah.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
this?
Like, I would get that eerie feeling if a neighbor did see us, because there wasn't too many times that neighbors did see us go in the house. But
Yep.
that man gave us the keys to his house. But that was a blessing, bro, to work with that man. And I think that I'm not big on the whole term. Me and you spoke about that. I don't like that term, giving flowers. But
Yep.
I don't think that he's gotten his flowers. And he's contributed a lot.
A lot,
In
bro.
general, not just rap music. He's really, whether it was his solo career
Mm-hmm.
or his career with his partner.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything. Look, the other day we watched Versus. Think about that. Look who comes from that umbrella.
Yeah, facts.
Redman.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Death Squad. Yep.
And you see Keith Murray, like all the people that came out of that Death Squad umbrella was crazy. So for us on our second CD, when we use for the second Team Hot CD, when we use that stamp, like that logo, that shit meant the world to me for him to allow us to use that stamp.
Yeah.
It was a blessing working with him, bro. Like I sometimes it's still like, yeah, that's bug, bro. Like, so when people be like, yo, why you slow down? Like, why you don't have the earth? Bro, I experienced more than what I thought I was going to experience in music. Whether it was rapping on the radio, rapping on Hot 97, getting my music played on Hot 97, watching my guys open up for Ludacris in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like the Heaters performing in a WWE or F building or in Times, just shit that seems so monumental to me.
Yeah.
I kept those moments. So it's like, this is why I don't move with urgency towards music. And I understand that it could hinder me in a lot of ways, but bro, I did everything I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. But it's like you said, vaguely, you touched on a few things that y'all did that hasn't been done since. And y'all did it as a group, which is even harder. Because if it's just Ty Hayez, all you have to sell is Ty Hayez. You understand? But y'all did this as a collective. You know what I mean? And the respect, the love, and the heights that y'all was able to reach, to me, is what stood out the most for anybody that's come from where we came from.
Not to cut you off, my fault.
Nah, go ahead.
We the ceiling. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me any different. I'm still in that bag. Like, you tell me different, let's have a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Nah. No, I don't think, not to that magnitude. No.
Not at all. That's the bar. To me, that's the bar. You know what I mean? And it's like, if people are gonna come from where we come from and not acknowledge what was there before them, they don't even see what's there. So they not gonna understand what it was like to be able to do what y'all did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then go ahead.
I've come to the realization that sometimes we just gotta wait till we get older to appreciate what was trying to be said to us. As far as, like, you see how you mentioned, like, knowing the before.
Yeah.
Right? When you were young, we didn't listen to them old niggas. You know what I'm saying? We was not with.
Not at all.
So, with all due respect, but fuck you. At the same time, all the old heads, I was not listening to you.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I don't care if you bought me the basketball court on the block. I wasn't listening to you. And it takes time. At some point, trust me, you'll come to the realization of, like, yo, they was right.
Yeah.
And bro, disregard our music. Our groundwork could never be duplicated.
Ever.
And Dog does a phenomenal job of keeping up with it.
Yeah, facts.
That's the exact same formula.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Groundwork. I think groundwork and the way you promote yourself to the public, and especially your environment, is very important. A lot of people don't see why it's important. Me, I believe in the sense of where you from. Other artists won't believe that, but I believe if you captivate where you from and you get those where you from behind you, it speaks volumes. Only in the sense of, yo, if you're not loved where you from, that shit gonna show.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Cause then, let's say, scouts, when me, you, Buns, we would be sitting at these games.
Mm-hmm.
And Smush has a horrendous game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But around that scout is us talking highly. Let's say the whole bleachers is speaking highly on Smush.
Mm-hmm.
While Smush is having a bad ass game.
Mm-hmm.
The scout might want to reconsider his decision on that day.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or
yep.
based off of what's being said around him, like, you know what? I might want to look into this one more time. Let me come back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Like, if you can't get your hood, bro, that says, nah. You know what I'm saying? It starts with your hood. It starts where you from.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could never be duplicated or replicated. I don't even see it being attempted. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even see it trying. Like, because again, I don't think they see the importance of that. They just, right now, think of everything that's accessible, right? Social media, just everything that comes with it. You're so accessible now to the world.
Yeah.
I could hear about an artist from Japan. I don't plan on going to Japan. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's not in my budget. I'm not flying nowhere that is a time differential. And I could hear an artist from over there.
Yep.
Based off of what I see online. I could
see that's a fact.
clothes that they're wearing over there.
Mm-hmm.
I could see an ex-girl in Cabo.
Mm-hmm.
This is what social media will do to you.
Yeah.
You see an ex-girl or something in a trip with a new nigga and you tight. Your day fucked up. That's what social media does to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So had social media been around before, I think things would have been much more different for us, but it also makes artists of now somewhat lazy.
Yes.
And I believe the proof in that is, look how these record companies do with these artists now. They leave it up to them.
Mm-hmm.
All they asking for is your fan base, right? Basically, if you have a cult following or a fan base,
that's it.
Or just the consumers, like who's going to be the consumers? Where's your market? How can we market this artist in this demographic that doesn't seem like it's prone to him?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this day and age right now for music, I think, man, I don't want to say it's easy, because I'd be disrespecting the now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's a weird gap with the then and the now. The now doesn't need to respect the then.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. I swear it doesn't. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say anything real crazy online, but
it is what it is.
We hold people like, we put these people on these pedestals, right? In life,
mm-hmm.
People get coins made out of them,
mm-hmm.
dollar bills, whatever, a day named after them. There's a bunch of Mexicans that mine holes. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm going at? Like,
facts.
That's pretty crazy that them people don't get mentioned.
Yeah.
Not to get deep or anything. But,
no, I get you.
And that's just the way the world works.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me look at things different in a sense of like, these kids have everything right now, but they also have nothing.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Like I said, the now does not need to respect the then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Do I make it my business to remind people of what I've done or no, I think the work should be there. Otherwise, nobody would mention me in the manner that they mention me.
Absolutely.
Did enough. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
And I'm proud of that. I put in the work and the effort to make sure that it bought me some breathing room all the way up to now. Absolutely. So when I show up now, you still hear the little utters of, oh, go, you know, like for anybody that says it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm still baffled at that. Like, yo, I still appreciate that. Like, it ain't on some fake, like, yo, that's dope, bro. Thanks. You know, because a lot of times a nigga get complimented. Bro, that shit is like this. Doop.
Gone. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm already at a point where I could soak in the appreciation of what someone's telling me, like, of what my music meant to them. Yeah. And a lot of times when I thank them for saying what they say to me, I don't think they get it. You know, so a lot of times when I speak to new artists, I think in what I'm trying to convey to them, you could read between the lines my appreciation.
Yeah.
But bro, this is wicked times we in, you know, regarding
absolutely.
Music.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to find my way around it.
Yeah.
I think I'm also trying to find a way to be as informative as I can. Anyone that wants to, you know, gather information on music, especially where we're from. Again, I hold myself accountable of living in this bubble as far as Washington Heights. I don't look outside of it. I'm from Washington Heights. I live in Washington Heights. I have kids in Washington Heights. My mind did not expand outside of it. I went to school. I skated. I you know, music took me out. But me, I can't. I refuse to grow out of it. As naive as it sounds, I didn't see outside my neighborhood. I wanted to cover all grounds around my neighborhood, to where I could walk anywhere. I could eat anywhere, and I could receive some type of whatever I'm giving, I'm receiving. Whether it's back, you know, like. So I didn't see outside my neighborhood.
Got you.
I didn't want to.
Okay. Understood. So when you embark on this music thing, right? And you, like you said, you part of a larger conglomerate, the Team HOTT, right? And you got each chapter inside of Team HOTT, like you said, and then it goes you, Dark, and Boston, Drift Off. Y'all doing your thing, right? When, from the first time that you decided, I want to make music, like I want to do this with these dudes, when did it become real to you? Like what happened, or what kind of reaction did you get, or what might it have been that made you say, yo, I'm here now, like this shit is real,
as far
as what you was trying to become as a rapper.
Dolo, or just become a rapper?
No, when did it become real to you initially, and then as Dolo, you know, we're gonna get to the Dolo aspect. But I'm just talking about from like your foot in the door. Like I said, you starting late. You understand? Because you listening to these dudes, like you said, and you say, all right, now I'm ready to take my shot. When did it become real to you?
Oh man, like I said, from the beginning, like, bro, Heaters was on a K-Slate tape. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. You coming into some shit that's like moving.
Yeah, like no, because the ball wasn't crazy like that. Like the reception was there, but it wasn't like snowball. It wasn't like it was growing.
Okay.
You know, sometimes things grow slow.
Yeah.
Sometimes things grow in a mutant manner. Yeah. This unfortunately was not growing in a mutant way. Like,
got you.
But it was growing. You know, on but there's so many instances where I felt like, okay, like it's serious.
The first one. I want the first one.
First
time.
This is regarding when I was doing music, whether it was with my guys or without my. Okay.
Period.
Man, I don't know if it was my first performance or my second. I think this had to be. Look, it's bug, because I was gonna tell you one, but here go one before it, which that's kind of what led to it.
Okay.
My man Serge, which is my man Julian's cousin, Julian that Doc spoke of.
Okay.
Shout out to Julian, man. That man, wow, that man did a label for me. Like, he signed me to his label. This is a dude from the street. Like, what I mean by a dude from the street, I don't mean I just mean this is a random dude that has no involvement with music
Mm-hmm.
and chose to put up his hard-earned money to further me and my dreams, which is outlandish. Like,
That's real. That's unheard of.
you didn't even know me for more than 10 years. Don't get me wrong. You know, you get the average guy from the hood putting in money for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I hung out around him because he was raised man.
Mm-hmm.
And gradually, you know, I would hang out with him too. And just to see that natural belief in me was big for me, you know, real big for me. Not to drift off of what you asking me, but it's gonna lead up to the moment. So Serge, his cousin, then kind of fell into the loop of being like just running the situation for a bit. And my man Bordy as well. Shout out to Bordy, Alex, which you know Alex, Michelle brother. They took charge of the situation. So it's me and Prime. And Serge knew L Boogs. I guess he went to school with L Boogs. If you're familiar with L Boogs.
Nah.
L Boogs was I want to say he was the guy beside Enough.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I got you. I won't hold you to it, but he was somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah.
All right.
And you might know him because later on, that's who I guess was like running everything for Reynolds when Reynolds decided to go solo. But that's L Boogs. And somehow they introduced me to him. He took a huge liking to me immediately. Bro, no, I ain't gonna hold you. Within a week, the dude had a show for me at Westbury College.
Okay.
Bullshit. See, I'm fast forwarding because the two moments are so close.
Got you.
That first week, he set me up to do the rush hour. You from that era, Drew? You remember the rush hour, like when Enough at 5 o'clock, right before he started the show, he had somebody spitting about the rush hour, like a 16 or a 24.
Yes, sir.
That same week, bro, that man was like, "Yo, do the rush hour." And I remember I was just like, "What? Like, yo, I can't do this. Like, nah." And Debo and Prom was like, "Nah, you could do it, nigga. Like, fuck you talking about? Like, nigga, you could get this shit done."
Yeah.
And I was mad scared, like with all of with everything. Like by then, I think I had already did the feature with MILLZ. Like, so I'm already feeling like nigga, like you. And that moment made me feel not me. Like I did not, because I think you wish for something so much that when it presents itself, you kind of don't know how to deal with it at the moment.
That's a fact.
And that's with everything in life.
Absolutely.
And it was like, yo, there go your shot. It's there. Rush Hour 197. Niggas, you playing? I did the shit.
Yeah.
This nigga Enough, I don't know. Somehow they tell L Boogs, tell him come down. We want to record him. So they take me to the RPM building, which is the record pool. I don't know if you remember what the record pool buildings was. That's like, I guess, where DJs used to pick and find unheard music.
Okay.
And Enough had a little room. They had us in the waiting room, which I was getting irritated. I would get irritated for my friends. So I'm just looking at me, Serge, and Bordy. Like, fuck, we waiting. Me knowing, like, they're going to be, I know they're going to do some dumb shit and be like, yo, only you come. Which happened. And he had a dude in there by the name of Casper. And they had to set up, like, a mic, all this stuff, all the equipment. And they recorded the freestyle over. Like, they just wanted to record it to make it sound better, like quality. Yeah. And that was the moment.
Got it.
It's for real.
Got you.
Like, I'm recording. It's crazy, bro. You asked me about East Sherman. Yo, that's how I looked at Enough like that.
Got it.
Yes, like my hairs.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like the nigga had like he's recording with Casper, and I'm doing a freestyle, but in my mind, I'm not me. I'm freestyling. Well, I'm doing the freestyle, but my mind was like, yo, that's Enough.
Yeah.
And yo, some funny shit, some behind the scenes shit took place.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. same exact week,
Yeah.
I guess L Boogs felt the burden of like, fuck, like
Mm-hmm.
I hyped this kid up to do this,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't fall through. I don't know if he felt like he owed me. Yo, same week that man had a performance for me at Westbury College.
Fire.
Now at Westbury College, it's me, Prime, Boston, my man Wiggs, that if you know Wiggs, draft pick Wiggs,
Mm-hmm.
Prime, a whole bunch of people that drove with us. My man Space, Vita little brother, and we go. And I remember like people like taunting us the same way they was taunting us at the Palace. Like, yo, people get booed. Like, you young niggas, y'all coming in here with y'all little jerseys and shit. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we all jersey down and we look young. And I don't know what the vibe was with us, but you could tell that we wasn't students from school.
Yeah.
So they kept on egging us like, yo, hope y'all ready, man. Everybody get booed here. Even comedians, rappers. Like, I hope y'all better come with it. What are y'all?
Yeah.
What are y'all? What do y'all do? Like, they didn't even know if we was just like dancers or ever. Like, and that scared the shit out of me. And out of nowhere, Moni Love comes. Moni
Love.
And that was the moment, right? That was where again it presented itself like, you here.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are people that I hold up like, and it's just like layer after layer after layer. And Moni Love is like cutting us no slack, bro. Like straight attitude. Like, and this is the fucked up part. Like, I was such a huge Moni Love fan. When I hear this fucking British accent, I'm like, like, oh shit, she not.
Nah.
All this time I'm listening to Moni in the middle and all the features with, like,
yeah.
And she's British. I'm bugging in my mind.
Word.
Then Ed Lover comes through. And Ed Lover's like, y'all ready to do y'all thing? Y'all better do y'all thing. So that's another moment. I'm like, Ed Lover, Moni Love. It can't get no.
Yeah.
Yo, we was fortunate enough to not get booed, bro. We did our thing.
Fire.
And that's when I felt like, okay, you here. Not to prolong, the story, but another moment that I felt like serious and I'm here. I can't recall which time it was on Mass Ciphers. It probably was our second time on Mass Ciphers. And early, the early stages of Mass Ciphers, they used to do something like bring a verse back. And I think I was like the first guy they ever did that with. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to ask one of them, but when they brought my verse back, I felt that energy. Like, nah, bro. Like I'm becoming me.
Fam, Mass Ciphers was huge, bro, and that was y'all on the regular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was huge. The first time I really got to see, because I would hear, yo, these niggas from the Heights, these kids from the Heights, these kids from the Heights. And I'm like, word. And when I got to like, I was like, oh,
shout out to
different.
Allen and Gabble, man. I forget the other dude's name that was there at the very beginning. Very important for the way I've structured, my music career. Whether it was nerves, just performing in front of your bro. These dudes are standing in front of you, North Stern with a straight face. They not co-signing anything, and for you to just get a flinch out of them, I meant the world. So got you, bro. Look, I got a bar here and there.
Yeah.
And that meant everything to me. And it's weird, the world is so small. Styling was related to people that I used to roll with.
Okay.
So it was cool with that, but I still felt the nerve. Like shit, like but the minute they did that, in my mind I took off. Like I got
you.
Cause like I said, I've ran around doing battles and I don't know. I don't know if it's because I don't know. Maybe I didn't do my just due that my name won't come up with the people. But bro, a couple of these niggas that they like naming was punching bags for a nigga.
Yeah.
And again, I'm cool with it, because at the end of the day, I'm cool with my name where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm so big on that.
Yeah.
I think about me in Harlem. I'm from the Heights.
Yep, yep.
Got family in Harlem. Funny enough, my name used to ring more in Harlem than in my own hood at the very beginning. But I'm from here.
Yeah.
In the Heights.
Yep.
So, but yeah, those were the moments that stood out to me as far as like, that's where I had to take it serious.
Got you. So you come from the Heaters, Team Hot. Then it's you, Dark, in Boston. Now it's time for you to pave your way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you feel coming into it, knowing that it's just you now? Like, it's a whole different type of energy, because it's not like, okay, it's us. No, it's all eyes on you. You know what I mean? And what was the thought process of evolving? Because that's another step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as weird as this would sound, luckily for me, I didn't feel alone. You know,
Yep.
Manny, Boston had, you know, he had to take a little trip, and Doc was there. So now it's just me and Doc. Pop had to take a trip as well.
Okay.
I never felt alone. Like, I had Buns, Richie, Jose, Rudy.
Yep.
My cousin Star, Noodles. I didn't feel alone, like, for nothing. Like, and to go back, just real quick, another thing, to go back to the moment. That's another thing. That was another moment for me where I felt like, okay, this is where I could take things serious. Aside from when they brought me to Noodles' house, like I said, Noodles was such a big producer around where we was from. When they brought me to his house, he recorded a Dolo record of me. And that was where I was like, oh shit, like, he likes what I could do, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what built our chemistry, which was, it's still weird to this day. I explained it to him, like, yo, this is weird, like, how I felt as a kid, and
Yeah.
even in me. But as far as the solo thing, I didn't feel alone.
Okay.
Again, all those names I mentioned, they made it their business for me not to feel alone. So a lot of times when I tell, this was all an inside joke amongst all of us, like Space, Vita's little brother, Dog, Noodles, Jose, Buns, Rich, everybody that was involved, I would say, Team Hayez is not me. Hayez is us, and I'm just a voice.
Got you.
You know, because it took so much to build up this Hayez machine. It was a robot. Like, whether it was buying my CD burners, my man Jose bought the burners, CD burners. So we had, you see, this is what I'm saying about the groundwork and just the experience that we had.
Yep.
We upped ourselves in our hood. Niggas ain't have CD burners.
Nah. Going to Harlem.
TMP niggas. Like, TMP had burners.
TMP, yes, sir. Yes,
you know
sir.
And like, but not that many people in the hood had CD burners to be burning their own music. Not even the mixtape DJs up there.
Yeah.
And my niggas bought me the burners, like the burn CDs, break night burning our own CDs.
Yep.
But it didn't start with the Hayez. It led up to that. You know, I was recording solo freestyles. Shout out to Fredo at Fredo's, multiple places. And my man Rich and Buns one day, like I said, you know, being at the crew had separated for a bit. Ray and Noodles were involved in a project called Pedal Shop.
Okay.
It was like an indie rock / rap. I don't want to label it, but it was like a type of vibe. Real dope, real dope, real diverse. Shout out to Ant. It was like 2 rappers, I think 2 DJs or 1 DJ. I think Noodles was the DJ at the moment. And then a bunch of people that played different type of instruments. So that's when it was just me, Dark, and Boston. Okay. So throughout, you know, moving forward, I didn't get to speak to Noodles for a while. And Rich and Buns was like, yo, you might want to holler at your dog. Like, you know, like, that's your man. That's who you create real dope music with. Holler at him, bro. Tell him you need help. Because I guess they felt the energy, you know, with all the freestyles I was doing. Yeah. I'm trying to think what caused that. I think I was at a what's the name of the tournament on 3-6? Shout out to my nigga Adi.
Dog
show. And me and UP kicking in, and the nigga like, yo, like, what's up? Like, I got the studio in the house. Like, so I guess them seeing that energy with me and On, like, oh, that's dope. Like, On no Ty, On, you know, On respect Ty. Like, that's, mind you, me and On had already recorded before at Fredo's. So they didn't know that I had that, you know, that chemistry with On. So this is new to them. I'm assuming this is in my mind.
Yeah.
From there, they was like, yo, Ty got to get the ball rolling. Like, holla at Noodles. Bro, that shit took everything in me, like, to holla at my, you know, because it felt like I'm running for help.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to take it serious, so I was like, yo, call him. And I called him. And in no time, bro, we recorded wild records, like in Queens. A few records upstate. And it was dope, because he was asking me, like, yo, what you listening to? And when I showed him, he was like, oh, you listening to a whole bunch of Jay Dilla shit. Because I had Tribe, you know, like a lot of, I don't want to call it backpack, but like Little Brother, which is, you know, the Camp on the Ninth Wonder in them.
Yep.
And he was just, you know, picking my brain, like, yo, what you let me see the vibe you on. And we recorded wild records. So then the Hayez project came through the year later.
Is this the Crown joint?
But yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to my man Bones. Within that time, there was no fallout. Me and Noodles didn't fall out or anything. It was just like, I don't know, like time just, like, nigga, I don't know if everybody got too busy, so there was like a little gap of music.
Okay.
And me and Bones recorded a record. We recorded a few records. And there was this one record, and it felt like the Freddy Krueger Dream chorus, like 1, 2, he's coming for. It was something like that. So I'm hype off of this.
Okay.
Then we recorded a joint called Sound Like This, which is the Uptown joint at the end of the album. And Debo would play it at a spot that me, Doc, and my cousin Star had by the name of Viva on Broadway.
All right.
It was like it was a lounge.
Okay.
At a night, I believe it was a Tuesday night. And Debo would play the record, and the reception was crazy, you know. So everybody would be like, "Yo, that's Ty." And nigga be like, "What? That's what Tyshawn?" Nigga be like, "Yo, that's Ty's record." So when I caught on to that, I was like, "Yeah, it's a go." But again, bro, I never felt alone in the process of making my solo, like attacking my solo effort. I didn't feel alone. I couldn't, because I had too much of a strong supporting cast around me. My niggas made it their business to handle whatever they had to handle to get me through that door. And it's real humbling to see your friends that you hang out with every day do that. Like, that it starts to, you know, little arguments here and there would occur, but that's when you start to realize, like, yo, they really handling the task at hand. And bro, these niggas was like bulls, bro. Like, these niggas was not taking no for an answer. Like, not with it. Like, everything was
absolutely.
Doc got me my first show, and I can remember me and him like doing sound check, and it was with Dem Boys. If you remember that promotion company, Dem Boys, DEM Boys. Miguel, I believe Miguel was one of them, and Sketchy, Nate. Yo, these niggas was looking at us like walking around our sound check, like, you know, sound check could be very awkward because you got multiple people dealing with the wires,
setting up and stuff,
and you rehearsing, and nigga just, you know, not paying you no mind. And you got to understand, as an artist, but as outside of being an artist, bro, they got a job to do. They not there to listen.
Facts.
They get paid to listen to the acts that are gonna be playing tonight.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, I looked at Doc like, I believe my man Nunu was there too. It was Noodles, Nunu, Space, and Doc in sound check. And that nigga Doc was like I remember he got in Nate's ear something like watch what my man gonna do tonight. And like I said, all my niggas made it their business, you know what I'm saying, to make sure my name was my name.
Yeah.
And, bro, like, I had so much fun with that mixtape. again, I didn't feel it was about me. I felt like the mixtape was the moment of my friends, that enjoyment of recording all that music with Noodles, which a lot of that music didn't get to make it to the mixtape. Me and Noodles had a full set album, and we even had the music that we were gonna shop to labels.
Got you.
And that music, I played it the other day on the live. Like, to this day, we still feel serious about it. Like, bro, like, niggas was not fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
And I carried that energy before, but not in a sense of where someone will be defensive towards me. And it was more of the energy I give, you know better than even, you know what I'm saying? So it was a dope process, bro, to do that solo project. I learned a lot from it. Like, I learned a lot as far as you know, you got to take, you can't say yes to everything, but at the same time, bro, when opportunities present itself, whether you get scared of them or not, you got to take it.
Yeah.
You know, might not show up again.
Yeah, that's a fact. Because you were received well as a solo artist, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it was like, oh, this is that dude from that group. No, it was like, this is Hayez. It's like, that's dark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when y'all decided to embark on y'all solo careers, y'all did it the way y'all needed to do it. Y'all stood up and said, this is what it is now. You know what I mean? One question I didn't get to ask him that I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
The first time you stepped on the stage to perform as a group member, and the first time you stepped on the stage to perform as a solo artist, was the feeling any different?
I want to say no, because Dark was beside me the first shows. I only had 2 shows anyway. Well, during the Hayez is Here project.
Yeah.
Album.
Yes, sir.
There was only 2 performances for that. But prior to that, I had already performed by myself. I never performed with them.
Got you. We
will always support each other, whether it was Ray being my hype man. I never got a chance to be their hype man because there's 3 of them. So they don't need me to be. We were always supporting each other. So I didn't feel, but the energy as far as me, like for that Hayez is Here project, nigga, bro, I didn't come to play. Like,
talk that shit
to me, bro. Like, the shit is fire, bro. The shit looked like it was recorded on a fucking Android, bro. Like, the footage looked crazy, right? So if I tell you, like, yo, you could go to YouTube, I don't want you to go to YouTube and look at this. The shit look bad. Now, look past that. Look past as far as the cinematography. Then you'll understand, like, okay, I see what he's saying. Like, bro, I remember my second performance at X Bar. That shit looked like a wave of people. And I remember one of my niggas from my block, my man Pelican, June. This nigga was running through the crowd, right? And as I'm performing, I don't know if I stumbled on my words, but I remember I was looking in the crowd like, yo, security, like, is there security in the front? Because there's somebody running over here. And he's gapping the crowd. Like, why is the crowd splitting? And in my mind, I'm scared. Like, what the fuck? And it was my nigga. Like, my nigga's like, yo! And I'm just like, oh, okay, we're going to keep on, you know, in my mind.
Back to it.
But I remember how X Bar, I'm calling it X Bar. For some people, that would be Jimmy's Cafe. For others, it would be Ambar, right? Or some shit like that. Like, Ambar's around your way.
Salsa con something.
Salsa con fuego.
There you go.
Us, it was X Bar and Jimmy's.
Yes.
Bro, that crowd was overwhelming, and I didn't pay mind to it till like the light hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would perform with shades, which is basically a way to to deflect any negative eye. Like, as far as, you know, you look at somebody, and if they just standing there looking at you perform like this, that shit could fuck you up.
Yeah, because you can't read them.
Tough skin to get through that. So the shades was gonna help. Nigga, I would throw them shades off. Like, I'd be mad. I'd be like, damn, I found these shades in this dope spot. This shit dope. And I would throw the shades away in the show. because I couldn't do it. You know, like I'm like to drive with sense.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Because everything, like, and I would literally throw these shades off, but I would perform at the beginning to do that because I didn't want to look at somebody like, like who this fuck nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, bro, like it was completely different. Like I felt like my nigga, I got my nigga there with me. Doc was there always, you know, with both the performances, but I felt like God, bro. Like
that's what's
if
up.
you want to take a look at them shows, go ahead. But, man, nah, bro, that energy was different. Like there's the first performance. Me and Noodles got this part that, and I used to love that, like the connection of the DJ and the rapper. Like me and him, we go. It's like a back to back. That he says, and that shit. I remember that we did that on the first. We did it both shows. It was for a record called 1, 2, and the 3 that KO produced, which was an unreleased record. I played the other day as well, but the energy was completely different for me as a solo artist, performance wise. I think that's another thing that, you know, if people look at that, you'll never see energy like that. It was real high octane energy. You know, I wasn't dancing or anything, but I'm on stage, you know what I'm saying? I'm having fun, I'm smiling.
Yep.
And I guess it was the confidence of knowing that my music is really making people move.
Yeah.
It's not because people rocking with me, oh yeah, that's Ty's music. Nah, it was really this shit. So it's like, wow, bro, like what a pleasure to make people move.
No, that's a fact.
Like that's crazy.
That's a
you
fact.
do not know me. You don't need to be dancing. You're in this club. Pay attention to this bad bitch beside you. You know what I'm saying? And you up there looking at me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Proud of me, like,
yeah, that's a
the
fact.
energy was completely different, bro. Like, I was fortunate enough to experience all of that.
See what makes because like me, for example, when I listen to hip hop, I'm not one of them dudes that the beat is gonna change how I feel about a record. I can care less. I used to be able to listen. I would tell niggas I'd rather listen to albums on acapellas anyway because I appreciate bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate just how everybody's message is delivered. Because honestly, at the end of the day, no matter what genre of hip hop you making, y'all talking about the same thing in that genre. What separates you is how you say it and how fly you make this shit sound. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody that came from the era of the mad ciphers and the and that whole like different era of hip hop to now, when you got these artists uptown, the Glories, the Charlie Cruises, the Telly Floyds, and they're all on some Hayez feature. Hayez feature. It's like these are two totally different generations, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm older than you, and I'm telling you, from my generation to make it to this generation of kids that still appreciate a sound when you ain't been active, like, you know what I mean? But you still get the, yo, I got this record. Yo, I got this record. It goes to show how much your craft is respected. But how does that feel? Because you're OG, bro. Like, you're an old head in this hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You're an old head. I'm older than you, but you're an old head out here, boy.
Nigga, I got the panza, man.
You know what I'm saying? And the young boys. The young boys is reaching back like, yo, what's good, OG? Can I get, you know what I mean?
It's eerie with that feeling only because in a lot of ways I look at it like the feature thing. Sometimes I look at it like I'm attached to someone that they might want to feature with. You know, so it kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Has that ever happened to you? Has it ever been presented like, yo, Ty, I would like you to get on this record, but can you get the homie?
No, that happened numerous times, and I was just like, yo, like,
yeah, that's different.
Like, you jumping the gun, bro. Like, you gonna get bit by the snake.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You might not get to this feature.
Yeah, that's different.
Because you're gonna I'm a viper, bro. Like you gonna take this L to get to, that shows me how far your reach, your mindset is with a reach.
Yeah.
You're bugging. You're willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
And look that bad on one record and feature me on it to get to the okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna play it like that. So that's the energy I give on the record. I've never with the intent of being competitive. I don't believe in competitive energy. I think competitive energy amongst friends is jealousy, just disguised.
Got it.
A nigga can't tell me like, yeah, no, bro. I love you. We should not be competing.
Ever.
At all. We should be, just uplifting each other rather
pushing each other to be better. That's it.
Competitive energy just sounds crazy. That's an excuse, bro, for what's to come.
Yep.
Competitive energy. Okay, I already know down the line it's gonna be neck and neck. So I'm going.
Yeah, we're gonna be at odds. Yep.
And I never did features with the intent of violating the owner of the record. Never. But when they would come at me with that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I was about to say that don't even sound right. You saying that shit, but I get it. I get what you're saying. I got you.
Yes. I know for a fact. Ain't no nigga up there skipping my verse. Now in my hood, I can't say the same for the niggas that you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Fact. That's a fact.
Because you gave that energy out. Con malicia.
Yeah.
You had a hidden agenda with it.
So it wasn't genuine, bro.
Exactly. So you're gonna receive that back. So when niggas in my hood be like, nigga, fall with that nigga shit, bro. Get to the tie shit. I ain't even stopping them. I ain't showing love shit no more.
That's it.
Yeah, go ahead, let that rock. All right, get the mine. I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to defend no other niggas no more either. So it's like I can't defend the person that put me on the feet, like feature me on the record.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit was baffling. I would get that second question. And niggas is slick. They will hold it right after the record's done. Because if you ask me that question before I do the record, you're not getting the record.
Exactly.
And in some ways, I look at the whole feature, like you said, I'm an old head, right? It's like bucket list shit. Because a lot of people call you OG, big bro. Look into that, bro. What a nigga really trying to say is
how you 40 years old calling niggas your big bro. That's one of your lines.
Exactly. Like, and I stand on that, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I've called niggas big bro, but what I'm trying to say is with that line, if you want to get into that later, is the climate of the street is real fucked up due to social network.
Yeah. Everybody feels comfortable with each other because they feel like they know each other through a page.
Bro, I earlier I mentioned I didn't give a fuck about what the old head said. I didn't, but there's niggas that I looked up to. That didn't mean I had to listen to them. These old niggas now looking up to these young niggas. I see a problem in that. I do see a problem in that because it's like you moving backwards.
Facts.
Because if you're gonna look to a nigga that's younger than you that hasn't even lived half of the life you lived in this world to be informative to you,
you lost.
Fucking up, and I get it. What do they say? The old dog can learn new tricks.
New tricks.
My man, I get that and all, but ain't no 20-year-old teaching me shit.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, like, you know what you could teach me? Foolery.
Yeah.
The foolery that I know that comes with being 20 years old.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of times, what time is it? Damn. I hope I didn't go over the limit. What time is it?
3 o'clock.
Huh?
3.
My bad. That's how the crazy that I even asked for the time on the interview, but my bad.
After this, one last question. We're gonna get to a few joints. You know what I mean? And then we can wrap it up. A group or solo artist?
Solo artist.
Solo artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't say that, again, the experiences that I had with my brothers, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know everything that comes with it. You know, you can't think independently.
Yeah.
As much as
yeah.
you want. I don't say that with no harsh intent, you know,
Mm-hmm.
no issue, no nothing.
No,
I say
absolutely.
because you won't be able to make the decision that you want to make on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do make decisions, you got to think about someone else's feelings
Facts.
on your decisions.
Yep.
So I'd rather, you know, and I only say that because, again, at my age, I'm wise enough to understand that as a collective, it wasn't going to work out.
Got you.
A lot of times, you got too many hands in the plate, bro. Like, you know what that cake going to look like in a minute?
Mm-hmm.
You want to enjoy the cake.
Yeah.
Be able to cut through the cake and see it, right? Like,
yeah.
And now you got too many hands in the pot. Like, it's that's self-explanatory. Like,
yes, sir.
So I would go with solo.
Okay.
You know.
Got you. I'm gonna play a couple joints. I'm gonna let you tell me what brought these. What brought these?
All right, so yeah, I don't even got a name. Take out name like.
That's all right. They can hear it though.
Therapy. Name it therapy.
Why you go and chase that bag before you end up in it? Funny it be a nigga right next to you that said you did it. Niggas give up the whole game. A few weeks ago they was screaming out on game. I ain't with the funny shit, see they all lame. Product of everything I done seen all game. Mama, I ain't get you that big old house. I got myself some shit with this big old mouth. But I'm watching enough to know them mistakes. No, gotta keep my eyes open. Niggas that play cordial. I'm all in my feelings, but you all in my views.
Like the times of niggas watching other niggas moves.
Damn, B. You niggas pushing like 40. Damn, we thought we was them, and you niggas can't stand, B. Funny how that knife in your back come from a nigga that you used to call family. You gotta get rid of you, baby, without the plan B. Used to get him
my heart just like Bambi.
I be sitting back watching, trying to focus more on me and mine, just kicking back and clocking. Tired of this 9 to 5 today, I ain't trying clocking. I ain't leaving trap to be having these random niggas watching. Options looking real limited, too busy to be kicking it. Should be looking real different. These niggas need discipline. These niggas ain't with the shit. These niggas gonna stand there and watch me be on the front line, toe to toe, so who want mine? Hate you niggas that try to play neutral. Both sides of the fence and hand me like, nah, nigga, who are you? I guess this corner don't look familiar, shit be new to you. Man, they walk up on you, ain't gotta explain what they'll do to you. Said, I guess this corner don't seem familiar, shit be new to you. I walk up on you, ain't gotta explain what they'll do to you.
Should be different, B.
Shout out to my man Noodles, man. My man Noodles really knows how to
Should be different, Todd. Should be different.
Music, man. That's my brother. Like, me and Noodles, we're somewhat working on something. But we just call our process lost in translation.
That's safe to say, but I'll tell you one thing. You're doing us a dishonest service staying on any music, because y'all played some shit last week that your man Noodles was like, yeah, we ain't put that out. I was like,
yeah.
They better get off that shit this time around.
Nah, we ain't playing with the clock this time.
Stop playing.
Everything, nigga. About that record, whatever, nigga. Everything. Nah, we gotta release everything now. Because you gotta think the climate is not the climate. Look at the forms of presenting your music.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I can easily tell Noodles, don't release that. And Noodles be like, all right, I got you, my nigga. I won't. Pop and release it.
Upload, done.
And it's that simple, you know.
And then I'll copy and paste and it's over.
Bro, and
again, can't take it there.
Where niggas was running up on bootleggers, bro. You remember that?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
It'd be a bootleg outside and niggas would beat them up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was like, look, it was right there for you to see. It was a button.
Yeah,
it was a button.
That's a whole fact. Yo, I got this record, Two Kings. You want to talk about it before I play it or after I play it?
Say it again.
The Two Kings record. You want to talk about it before I play it or after I play it?
What do you want? We could talk about it now. What do you want to? It's an old record. I don't want to say it's old, but it's from a gentleman by the name of X. I'm not sure if he's still.
What was behind it?
Two Kings, nothing. That was off his album. And that kid X was like real talented, bro. Like, this is like kind of when I reemerged, you know, and I happened to meet. I was with Rich that day. Funny enough, I was with Rich and Noodles, bro. I just came home from a trip, a slight trip, no major trip.
Yeah,
I came home from a trip.
Yeah.
And I linked up. I was with Noodles, and then I linked up with Rich.
Okay.
And we went up to a barbershop like on 187 in St. Nicholas. And in the lower level, the shit was like a studio. And I don't know if you remember some guys by the name of YBG. These were guys along, you know, Audubon and GTO and that crew.
GTO,
these guys
I remember.
had a website.
Okay.
Which was real, you know, they were real forward thinking. Like the fact, you know, they was already working on that. And they wanted to help artists from around the way.
Okay.
And I met all of them all at the same time. Telly, X. I'm not sure if Charlie was there. No, I met Charlie at the Win Show. Charlie Cruz.
Okay.
Shout out to Charlie Cruz, phenomenal artist from Uptown. I think a lot of people need to tap in to his music. I think he's very intriguing, inspiring, and he doesn't get his just due. Nobody.
Yeah, we're from the same block. That's my guy.
I don't get what it is, but he needs to understand there's nothing wrong with being an underdog. Absolutely nothing wrong with being an underdog. It's okay. But I met a charade of artists that day. And that X kid was like, yo, like super talented. Like he produced his own music. He could somewhat sing.
Yeah.
And rap. And he was just super cool.
Okay.
And I took a liking to him. I was like, yo, like this kid is dope. And he was under the YBG dude. Shout out to my man Greg.
Got you.
And we that same day we spoke. And then I think we spoke one more time before we recorded the record. And like you mentioned earlier, bro, this shit still bugs me out. Like I said, I don't know if they're just trying to get the feature to get me out the way. Like yeah, I got that on my belt. This bucket list shit. Yeah, I got a top feature. What? Or there was an agenda to get into another artist beside me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
And with him, it felt at the moment, anything could have felt organic at that moment.
Yep.
You know, but again, I'm jaded with the thought of y'all all want features for this.
Got you.
And I'm looking at it like all you dumb motherfuckers don't know y'all math. Cause yeah, y'all gonna get the feature with me to get to this. I'm gonna get the feature with y'all and milk off of y'all fam.
Kill your whole fan base.
Gaining new listeners off of doing what I'm gonna do on your track.
Yep.
And that's how I took it.
Got you.
But the feature with him, that was out of love, bro. Like I really loved just his mind frame on music. You know, like he was so like inspired by so many things, and it's like funny, yo, it's crazy, bro. Look what I'm talking about. How sometimes, you know, people drift off. It be no beef, no nothing.
Yeah.
People just go their way,
separate ways.
And I haven't heard from him or nothing. I haven't heard no music. I don't see him on social network, nothing. Like, but that kid was it, bro. He was really it Uptown. Like, as far as the future guys, like,
yeah.
I felt it was him, but it's so many of them now. You know, and mind you, that if you ever watch the cipher, the YBG cipher, the second one, not the first one, that's when you see
that's the one that's in like a basement.
Yeah, Glory, Art, Dub Work, Boston, X, Andy Mineo. Again, this is the whole reemergence of new artists from Washington Heights or Uptown. And you get to see, like, okay, look at the different type of flavors. It's real diverse, you know, like Art doesn't sound like anybody. Dub Work sounds real like on attack mode. Bit, but he's slick. Then you got Dark and Boss from our era standing their ground. You know what I'm saying, like, and not caring what the rest of the cipher saying
at all.
you could sense that. Then you got this Andy Mineo kid, which I believe is like a Christian rapper. This nigga went bonkers on this shit.
Yeah.
So that was real dope to see. But within that, all of that, that's how that record came about.
Got you.
And he wanted me to spit. He wanted a record that I guess we could spar. So that's how Two Kings came about. Shout out to X, man. Shout out to my man Greg and the whole YBG fam.
We're going to get to that.
What year did I say? This was what? 2000?
Let me see. It don't say.
I call out a child. I call out having a child. I got 4 children now. So on the record, I say something like that, another baby on the way, which I didn't know. I just another child came. Like
yeah.
Yeah, this was a real dope record, man.
You knew your pullout game was weak.
What happened?
You knew your pullout game was weak.
Oh man.
Swags from my cojones. Please believe when you see it, it ain't glaucoma. But I'm needing on the haters' eyes to watch over. My mom's brothers born with struggle, no fortune.
He say something like, "You wonder where my swag from?" My cojones.
Mm-hmm.
He expressed to me that it's basically that he's cut from the cloth I'm cut from. So I think that's kind of wild. That was him paying respect.
Full of envy, but where my pen be, but I got plenty of liquid and blood surging through my veins, saying I'm the man. I'm doing what I am, you doing what you can. I'm piping off to my own records. I wonder why I'm speaking so reckless. My mind's so separate. I turn beats into wreckage. I'm stressing, won't perfect it. I hope you maggots get the fucking message. I'm the shit. Man, I'm the shit. Yeah. Let's start over. We only getting older. I pray this music biz turns my friends into soldiers. To the lands I stay focused. Suicides couldn't rope us. To the thighs I want it open. Cause my passion's for the culture. Damn. You ain't ready.
It was definitely a game.
Off the muscle, I'm off the muscle. They told me leave the block alone. Get with this corporate hustle, don't be thinking we can.
Everybody gonna struggle, constantly smarting up the chance. Everybody gonna offer double, all gonna love you.
Sounds like the right
idea.
I can see myself doing this all night. I swear.
All right, I'm there. 3 kids, maybe another on the way. Look how that go.
Baby girl just want me to stay. Baby, I don't know. Should a nigga trying to play? Adios. Instagram in your life away. Why don't you try to do something different, do something right today? Expect your late ain't no reason to think
the right way.
I said nigga
respect your check. You see I got all right, so with shot 5, I want to say,
you know what it is, bro? You know what it is? You know what the difference is? That there's where we come from, there's too many one-dimensional rappers. You can talk about the same thing all the time. That's not what makes you one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you one-dimensional is when we can predict how you're gonna say it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they put themselves in a bubble. It's like this is how every record has to go. And I never got that from you. You know what I mean? I don't get that from Dark. You know, I never got that from Boston. You know, and I think now Telly and Charlie Cruz are starting to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, perfect examples of how to not stagnate themselves with a particular sound.
Yep.
I think Telly's real diverse. He has phenomenal beat picking selection.
He getting like that now because Telly was very cerrado and hard-headed and didn't want to hear nothing because I've been in his ear from day one.
Yeah.
Like, yo, son, just try. Now OG. I'm like, all right, you gonna figure it out. You know what I mean?
I think I wasn't around to see his full growth.
He on it.
But he's very different.
Yeah, he on it. Telly on it.
Again, in the bubble that I, you know, the world that I've created for myself.
Yeah.
He's very, you know, he has a lot of possibilities of standing out.
Yeah.
All he has to do is keep growing and understand that, yo, sometimes you really gotta walk through these walls. Like you gotta, you know, like they're gonna close these doors. But it's artists, it could be a feature.
Yeah.
Saying like it could be a nigga giving you the runaround for a feature.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you just gotta make it, you know, your business to follow through with the goal in hand, which is this is for you.
100%.
And Charlie, bro, I was on iTunes the other day. Your man Charlie got wild albums, bro. Like
tons.
Like
he been putting out work for a minute, bro.
Yo, it's bugged to me. Like that's bugged to me. Like to see all them albums. And that just goes to show the integrity in how he feels about himself and how he feels like there's no quit in him
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, he's full throttle with it. And I'm sure that there be times that he might feel like people not catching on, but like I said, it's all about moving forward and the goal in hand, bro. Like you gotta focus on you. Like me, I chose to reemerge it once again and shit it up. Because maybe sometimes I honestly believe shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like it might not be an artist.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Mike coming on the floor and sitting on the bleachers with the rest of the team that he owns. That shit might ignite them niggas like, oh shit. You know, like fuck. Like Mike, he on the floor, man. Fuck. Like niggas better get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get going, yeah.
And I think a lot of times I want to cause a bit of disturbance as far as where I'm from. But again, it's also a form of expression. I just want to express myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying anything derogatory towards anyone or disrespectful. If I am, I am.
That's it. It is what it is.
But that's not the intent. You know, I'm just
Absolutely.
And I'm all for helping people, bro. Like I really feel that helping others genuinely, you can help yourself.
100%.
You know, shout out to Lito Quirino, my man Tali, my man Don V. These are people that I worked with during my reemergence as well. You know, Don V known to the public as Superfly G.
Okay.
And like I said, these are people that when I was trying to reemerge, they was there with me.
Got you.
And look at them now. You know, just look at Tali and Messia. These are like the fucking pillars of Latin trap rap music. You know, so to see when Tali got on 97, I was like, wow, bro, like that's us, bro. Like,
did that.
The last time there was niggas up there was who? Because there still ain't no niggas up there from our hood that went to Hot and rapped in English.
At all.
Kind of crazy that people disregard that. Again, I'm not here to remind anything outside my bubble, but in the Heights, I need people to understand nothing that we did or that I did has ever been done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to go back to moments that you off a question that you asked me, but another moment that made me feel like it's for real. Shout out to Cheap Dubes, Sporty Thieves.
Yeah.
That man don't even know how I viewed him lyrically. Cheap Dubes, bro. And the nigga was bigging me up on Mad Cyphers.
Fire.
Around the time Raw Cottage was trying to like throw me in the loop with them. You know, I was already Team Hot, so it was awkward for me. They showed me so much love, and having Cheap Dubes there with my man Smiley, it's him. Which shout out to him. We did a big freestyle and you know tore the town up with that, the Wash Heights joint.
Yeah, I was watching that shit the other day.
Yeah,
you, him, and Doc. Niggas had big hats and all that.
Fact. Yeah, man, Cheap Dubes, bro. Cheap Dubes, like co-sign me, like personally, right there, like on cam.
Fire.
And I was just like, man, nah, bro. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Like, because the people that I look up to is co-signing this shit. Thurman, enough wanting to record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it's bugged to me, like, these little moments, bro. I hold these moments in with me. I hold these moments in my heart. I can't be an asshole just because I say, like, yo, I took a halt. Like, I want to fall. Respect it.
Yep.
Respect my appreciation for the things that I've experienced. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've
absolutely
a lot of shit with the music, bro, whether it was good or bad. I choose to focus on the good moments and heighten them. You know, because a lot of people,
absolutely,
you live in the past, that means you're depressed. Nah,
it's
bro.
over.
If living in the past means depression, then don't be telling these little niggas in order to know where you're going, you got to know where you can't suck a nigga dick, bro. You can't tell little niggas that, and then you're going to tell a nigga, oh, if you live in the past, that's depression. It's one or the other.
It's one, yep.
Figure out the terminology that you want to feed these kids before you try to sound smart and sound stupid.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
Again, bro, I'm not into sounding intellectual.
Nah, I hear you, my G.
I'm point across plain.
Yeah.
Chris Paul game look real stupid, but he get in there. You see?
Whole fact.
Difference.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I carry myself with, you know, just the way I try to inform people on whatever I'm trying to get to them.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Take shit up, bro. And I appreciate the fact that you took a liking to my music. You know, someone that we knew each other, you know, fairly through our childhood.
Word up.
And for us to be having these conversations is huge to me. I put this there with those moments. I don't want you to ever go away thinking that this was just an interview. No, this is there with the enough moment, the Moni Love moment. Again, well, just for the world to understand, this is Dyckman Drew. If you don't know, you might want to do your research. My nigga, you might have to put yourself on this screen and on this screen and interview yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because a nigga need to get hip with who you are.
I'm low, man. I'm low.
You know, shout out to Buns, shout out to Richie, all them moments in them basketball courts, bro, which is crazy because God bless Dyckman, bro. It has become somewhat of a battlefield. And we're getting older, so it looks like that in our eyes. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, whatever it's like now, it was like that when we was there. We just didn't, you know what I'm saying? When you living in the battlefield, this shit don't seem like battle.
At all.
This shit feel like water balloons. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was really, shit was nasty. It was nasty work done.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And I'm honored to see someone from before reach out now and show that gratitude. It's not like you just shot it. You were showing me this type of love before.
Yeah, facts. Always. Y'all my niggas, man.
But you more enlightened now. So now you have much more of a history.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Recollect more on the situation. It's like, bro, I'm honored, bro. Like,
appreciate you, bro.
Present to the public what I'm trying to, you know, me and Noodles got something real special, man. I don't know musically.
Yeah. As
cliche as this would sound, I don't know where I would be without Noodles. You know, Noodles is Hayez the same way Hayez is Noodles. You know, shout out to Prime. Prime was a real big part of my music as well. You know, my growth. You know, the days that I would be in that guy's house. Bro, I carried his crates to the DJ battles at the Dyckman Park. If you remember, they used to have DJ battles.
And in Dyckman House, in Music House on Dyckman, they used to have them. Yeah.
I used to carry. Prom would take me on some little nigga shit like, yo, Ty, roll me. We was just talking about this shit the other day.
Yeah.
And, like, I would ask him, like, yo, how did I end up rapping? Like, how did that happen? Like, you know, before me being with the guys, I would try to rap here and there, and I can't remember that. So I'm trying to think how. And the other day I told him, I was like, yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. I think it's that back in them years, the DJ was the man.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't want to be a drug dealer, I want to be a DJ.
Yep.
There's no in between. Like, fuck all that other shit.
Yeah.
And I felt it was cool to be around a nigga. But yeah, man, like the people that helped me along the way, I don't look at it like Noodles is helping me. Like I said, I look at it as we're one.
Yeah, yeah.
We're trying to present to the people is real big, and it's long over. I think my man, you know, like a lot of the things that he went through musically, it's like we hold each other down with those emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know, people gonna dwell on the fact like, yo, y'all niggas could have made it. I look at it in the sense of I made it.
That's a whole fact. And you know what? Y'all look at each other now and learn what not to do from what y'all did before, and it's nothing new, my nigga, because that's your guy. You know what I mean? And it's not like you and him have to force anything. You know what I mean? Just force him not to hold no more records, and you don't hold no more records, and y'all good. Because the records that somebody might sit on might be the record to get them out of here, bro. And I learned that shit early, bro. A lot of artists that blew off of records that they hated, bro. That they hated, my dude. And that was the record that everybody wanted. That's what I was trying to tell Charlie Cruz and Telly Floyd, right? I was like, y'all already passed the phase of making music for yourselves. When you first start, you're making music for yourself because you want to hear yourself. You want to hear yourself so you can compare yourself to your influences. Like, okay, this is what I sound like. But if you want to get the bag and you want to get out of here, you're making music for the world, bro. You're making the music you want to make, but you're not making it for yourself. Because if you're going to only make music for yourself, you're not going to win. Because you are not going to be able to do for yourself what the world can do if they embrace what you're trying to give them. You know what I'm saying? You're being selfish with yourself. Like, you think like that's and Telly will not agree with me with that. Charlie Cruz will not agree with me with that. Like, they will not budge on it. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling y'all to go out there and make a Pop Smoke record. I'm not telling y'all to go out there and make one of these Snap Crackle Pop records. But learn how, because first of all, people like you and these people that have substance and go and care about their bars, you learned. I could hear it that you learned. Less is more. You don't got these people's attention for more than 4 or 5 minutes a day. A day. In 24 hours, ain't nobody checking for one rapper for more than 4 or 5 minutes. So don't try to give them this whole bar them to death dictionary encyclopedia, right? Nobody's listening. It's not appreciated. Where we come from, that's MCing. You know what I mean? But now, to get out of here, you don't have to be an MC. You have to know how to make a record. Make that sound that they want to hear you sound like. And your fans will take you out of here. Exactly. You making music for yourself, you're going to be the only nigga listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, every day there's a new rapper coming out. Then you got TikTok, you got IG, you got all these other things to take your attention away from shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you pressed. I want to play this one record. I have to play this record before we get out of here. Okay. And you promised me a 16, so.
Oh, man.
Because I'm bringing the white tee. I didn't see it. Is it this one?
The fit is big enough, right?
Yo, bro, this shit.
Oh, Hater, yeah, man. Shout out to my man Corey. That's Mim's nephew. Aside from being Mim's nephew, that's my man Corey. Shout out to Mims.
This shit is stupid. The video, everything. That video was genius, my nigga. That was Buns, right?
Yeah, man. Buns.
My nigga Buns, man.
And that, yo, no lie, it was just a vibe.
Nigga said.
That's a fact. I'm just trying to get my point across, having a hard time hearing niggas when they know they loud. Trying to do my thing now. Counting all of my blessings from my angel. This bottle of vodka open, hoping that my pain go. Mind on, twisted brain on tilt, no cane go. Niggas in the booth with no brain go. Fucking niggas mad at me.
No bueno.
It's bug, because even when you hear, you can sense I'm trying to dumb it down, but even in the dumb down, you can hear the.
You know how to do it. You know how to do it, bro. That's what you can hear.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
That yo, no lie, that was one of the
Even that hook.
Yeah. Again, it was it was just energy. Like there was no structure. Like I didn't come up with like, oh, we're gonna talk about haters. None of that.
You killed this.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro.
So what?
Nigga, we out here. No, my nigga, we really out here, bro.
Trying to do what they said I can't, said I won't. Put it down for my city, really, these niggas think I don't. They do it for love, or they just got time. I do what they do, and niggas blue, and you see I got mine. 7 niggas a bottle, tell them relax.
Chill.
Main objectives to get a nigga racks. MILLZ, long story short, everybody wanna bite, don't include them. Says everybody gonna be tired.
Nigga said.
Don't include them in your success.
That's a fact.
That's real as shit right there.
Yo, that record right there, man. Wow, man. It just make me think of how, like I said, it makes me go back to how hard people in your corner will go for you. And Buns took the initiative of just really like executing the proper look for that. You know,
now, Buns with that camera is second to none, bro.
Oh, it's so much. I could go on for. It's so much that went into the video. You know, like whether the people that were in it. You know, Bams and his brother Ola.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bro, like niggas swung by real quick on a humble. Niggas were on their way to the airport. They were like, "Yo, Ty, bro, that was see all the bags and all the shit in the SUV." Like, I'm like, wow, look, these niggas still showed up. MILLZ showed up and said, "Do you need cars for the?" I'm like, "Nah, I just like you want to be in the video. Can you be?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
But just seeing how hard Buns, pocket denim Buns, for those that don't know who I'm speaking about, he really made it his business to make his boy look good on camera, you know. And there's niggas that they look out, you know, but Jukes, my man Jukes, like same thing. Like my first video ever was Jukes, and he made it his business to like project me to the public where I'm not gonna let my man look crazy out there.
Got you.
You know, and Jukes was real big on that. Like he was the one egging me on for the Hear Me Out record. And same thing with Buns. You know, Buns just sitting in the house, you know, me, him, his wife, my kid. And I could remember just like it didn't seem like a headache, but then again, I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know the work he's really putting into. You know,
absolutely.
People now, you got these young kids that they you know, they speak of turnaround time. Before a nigga didn't know that terminology, you know, before.
Facts.
And my man took his time with it. There was no rush for it or nothing. He rushed for it because of the whole Universal. When I threw the thing up on the gram, you know, Universal kind of attacked me like, yo, get such and such amount of followers. And
man, it was in my hood. You had got signed to Universal.
Yeah, nah, it didn't happen. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I was jaded in the sense of, bro, it's crazy because Dark explains it as well. Like, yo, sometimes, yo, we didn't get our feet wet. Some of us didn't get our feet wet. You know, so why not try? Got you. And what a way for the opportunity to present itself when I'm already, on with the shit, bro. Yeah. I'm a manager at fucking Converse. Yeah. And I'm on the floor helping Miss Info. Like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, and she like swing by. My husband owns such and such with Stadium Goods. Like, they got something to do. And I'm bugging, like, what are the odds, bro? I rapped for so many years and I'm coming into acquaintances with these type of people. Word. Like, look how it presents itself. So then you jaded. Like, your love for it is tarnished. Or not that it's tarnished, but I felt lazy with the situation. So when Universal pressed me, I'm like, bro, they was. I don't know what I could say. Again, fuck it, because I didn't have no dealings with them anyway. So I could say,
okay.
Bro, these niggas was pitching a show, and I remember I hollered at who was my supervisor at the moment.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, cool, but you know, there's gonna be some restrictions. Yo, these niggas wanted to film me work. Like real life shit, supposedly. Like film me in the store working and my everyday life.
Yeah.
And I just was like, yo, thank you for the opportunity, but I gotta get to work. And they were like, that's it right there. That's it right there. That's what we want to.
Got you.
And the shit felt like, you see how photographers be talking to the models, like, all right, baby, yeah, that's right there. That's how I felt. Like, no, I really have to go to work. I don't think I'm gonna catch the train in time. I might have to take a cab. Yeah. And they're like, that shit right there, that right there, we need to. And I'm just like, don't come in there, like, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck this deal. Fuck with it. I
got you.
Y'all, I ain't getting these 15,000 followers. Y'all bugging. Like, y'all all the way wigging with that, because they never gonna do that. But Hater was a beautiful experience. Shout out to my man Corey, which he's done phenomenal work for a lot of established artists out there. Shout out to Vinyls, bro. You know, I can't leave out Vinyls, bro. Vinyls was the early stages of Vinyls. Funny enough, bro, like they introduced me to this kid that his birthday was like the day after mine. And I took a liking to his sound. Okay. You know, to see his growth is bug. Yeah. But shout out to Vinyls, man. Vinyls, you know, like he put on for the town. A lot of people put on for the town. Shout out
that's a fact.
Team HOTT. We did something that will never be replicated. And a lot of things came from under that umbrella and flourished. Just seeing what Buns is doing on the editing side, you know, Ray on the photography side, the cinematic side, like just look at everything that comes out of it. Dark, Boston, you know what I'm saying? Like Vita, the things that Vita does outside of music for her community and for her people, you know what I'm saying? Like all of us are all doing something that contributes purely to the soul, you know, whether us or for others that we love. And maybe that will be inspiring to those to come. You know, I look forward to seeing all the new talent that is on the brink of, you know, making a name for themselves. Yep. But I'm out here.
Okay, so with that said, I know that I got a couple of minutes left. I need a 16. Dog was like, what? Like, I caught Dog off guard. I mean, yeah, I caught Dog off guard with it. So y'all OGs, man, them shit's gotta be there, man. So let me get something. Now I'll let you get out of here.
I'm gonna try to say that if I stumble, I stumble again.
Who cares, bro? I don't edit nothing, so do what you do. You're a grown ass man.
Wow. They say free your mind and be all you can be. Read between the lines and what you see. You still don't know what I mean yet? The water in Flint still ain't clean yet? Shit gonna get hostile. I done seen Kanye drop a gospel. Cameras everywhere. Never know when they watch you. The racial profile, wow, even when it's not you. Even when it's not you. Officer, hear all my statements, my registration and my license. I'm licensed to kill, but I'd rather live life like it's golden. That's word to Jill Scott. All this brutality will stop. Down on my knees, think I will not. No, I'm not Kaepernick. No, I'm not having it. This guy's man, listen. That's the insult by calling you talented. See how they package it? Shoot you down soon as you thinking about challenge it? Funny, this world will sell you anything long as you niggas is dumb enough to go and buy. We're gonna leave it there. I need everybody to get that. Right? There's more after that, but yeah, you know, just let that marinate what I'm saying.
Bro, you know what's one thing that I will say before we get out of here.
Yeah.
What y'all did when y'all did it, y'all were embraced. The hood, your hood, my hood,
Mm-hmm.
embraced, right? You had haters. We're always going to have those. The difference is now everybody wants to do the same thing, so
Yeah.
ain't nobody embracing each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's the big difference that I see between now and then. But on that note, I appreciate you for coming out here
I appreciate
and
everything.
sharing your time with me, King.
Again, What's the Word podcast? Please, for all the viewers that will come in through my end, I need y'all to like tap into what my man trying to do. He's elaborating on a lot of rich culture that comes from out of our environment. A lot of dope stories regarding sports, music. And this is a man that knows what he knows. You know, this is not, he's not doing his research, nothing. It's crazy that, again, this is what the pandemic has done to us, that we have to have discussions like this, whether it's via satellite, Zoom, whatever, you know, weird ass platforms. And I'm honored by the gesture. Just, I think everybody should look into, you know, viewing this podcast. Very informative about the culture of Washington Heights and what we try to bring to the world. And thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, bro. It's long overdue. Thank you,
You
man.
already know, Ty.
I don't mean to be generic, but
nah, nigga, I appreciate you. And if I do, because Cheeky, Jesus Peace 178.
Yeah.
He pushing me to do a What's the Word podcast
compilation.
Yeah, so I might have to call in a couple of favors from a couple of y'all. So you already know what it is.
Favor on my end, you know that, bro.
Yo, Ty, I appreciate it.
No nigga that what if you want me to sound like how you like me to sound, put me with a nigga that might want a record from another nigga.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Now you already gave me the formula. I'm not giving you no shit for you to get all spacey with. I'm gonna be like, yo, Ty, this nigga want a record. This nigga want to get on, but he said, do you know this nigga? And that's it. Off with this.
Bro, I'm all for it, bro.
Yo, I appreciate you, man. Always.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yo, and one more thing. When you get this relaunch going, my platform is your platform. You already know what it is.
Vice versa. Thing that I got going on, you'll definitely be a part of it. We spoke on this before.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not blowing no smoke up your ass. You're a part of the growth of what I have coming now.
Appreciate you, my brother. You already know what it is, Ty.
That's the only way to say it. Let's get to work.
Say less.
Bro, you already, man. Take care.
Yes, sir. Always love. The legend, Ty Hayez, the GOAT of the Heights. You already know what it is, man. I'm working over here. I'm trying to get something done. And when it gets done, that's how it's going to get done. I see y'all when I see y'all, unless you see me first, but I doubt it because I don't be out here.